Hey, it's Lyle from Case on the Mondays. What's going on, guys? Hey, yeah, so this is something new I thought I'd try out. Something, I don't know, more, I guess more close, more personal, more, I don't know, whether it will make it to iHeartRadio, who knows? I don't even know. It's just a small project. The idea hit me one day while I was sitting at home. Um, just I don't know. It's kind of like the Case on the Monday show. Just kind of hit me one day. I just thought to myself, man, I'm gonna record a podcast and call it Case on the Mondays with Lyle, and just see where it goes. And that's what I did. I know on the show, um, I try to keep it family oriented for the most part. I try to keep it clean and something everybody can enjoy, everybody can listen to, everybody who someone can listen to, and that's cool. That's awesome. I love it. I love anybody who's able to listen to it. I love knowing that somebody out there can listen to it and not worry, oh my gosh, I gotta quiet this because my kids are in the back seat listening. And so I get that. I mean, I'm a father of two daughters of my own, and I completely understand. I completely understand what it's like to have to change the radio station, and you're like, man, I really want to. They're really getting into some good stuff there, and I really wanted to listen to it because it sounded really interesting. But the way they talk, I really can't. So I get it. But today, this whole little thing, like I said, something new just hit me. And I don't know. I kind of wanted to get into my religion. Ugh, he's gonna talk religion. Great, shut it off. Um, if that's what you just thought, then okay, that's fine. To those of you who are like, hey, he's gonna talk religion. He's mentioned it a time or two on the show, but he's never really talked about it. That's I want to hear this. I want to hear what he's got to say. Maybe you're one of those who are like me, who is like me, I should say. Um, the whole religion thing is kind of ugh to you. You're iffy on it. You're on the fence. You want to, but you don't want to. You're afraid to be judged. If I do this, I'm going to be judged. If I don't do this, everything's cool. If I believe in God and I go to religion, then I got to change what I do. I can't smoke anymore. I can't cheat on my wife anymore. I can't do certain things. I can't look at porn. I can't do anything. So no, I'm not going to follow religion. I'm not going to be religious. I'm still out having fun. I'm still doing the things I want to do. I'm still cheating on my wife, and I don't feel guilty about it because I'm not following a religion. I mean, God's the same way as your wife, who probably knows you're cheating on her. God God knows what you're doing is wrong. God knows. He sees it. Just like your wife sees the lipstick on your collar. Just like, your boss notices the $20 missing out of your till every day, but he's a Christian, he's a religious freak. He's going to forgive you just like your wife's going to forgive you. Alright? You get what I'm saying? I mean, nobody wants to hear religion and everything like that. Just the moment stuff like that gets brought up, it gets shut off. Seriously. Right? Am I right? The moment someone starts talking religion, oh God, here we go. It gets shut off. You gotta get up early for church on Sunday. Really? I gotta get up early the next day, on Monday, to go to work. Why would I want to get up on Sunday early to go to church? I get it. I get it. I was there. I've been there. I felt the same way. And I'm telling you. It's human, it's natural to feel that way, but honestly, when you look into everything that's happened for you, what somebody has done, seriously, grab the Bible. I got a student Bible sitting here next to my laptop while I'm recording this. I got the Bible app on my phone, I can easily start pulling up verses and start quoting it. And I've never even read the whole entire thing. So then who are you to talk about religion, Lyle? Who are you to talk about Bible this, religion that? I'm sinful and you're sinful and we're all going to hell. And I'm not here to tell you. I'm not here to quote. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm here to tell you what happened to me and what really changed in my life for me to wake up and say, you know what? I really do need to change. I really do need to step back and get a second look at my life and see what road I'm headed down and if this road is safe enough for me to even travel down. And is there going to be anyone there to help me along the way? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the road I was on was terrible. Yeah, the road I was on there was nobody there. I mean, the only one there was God, and he was like, bro, I'll help you, but I'm only going to help you so much, man. It's going to be a nasty road, and it's going to be a lot of praying, bro, and it's not going to be an easy road either, so if you want to. So, I mean, I grew up in a Catholic family. You know, you don't take the Lord's name in vain ever. You especially don't do it in church. You know, I don't know. Catholics are by the book, straight by the book. You know, you can't even wash yourself in the shower because you're playing with yourself, and that's a sin. And God forbid you sin. So, because anytime you sin, you're going straight to hell. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, judge different religions here. So don't start knocking at my door with a torch and pitchfork and axes and everything late at night with the whole village. So we're good. I'm not telling you why one religion's better than the other, but no, honestly, I was raised a Catholic. I was baptized as Catholic. I went to First Communion, did the whole First Communion class and everything, took the First Communion, everything like that when I was a kid. I still remember all that. And then someone introduced me when I was a teenager to Christianity, Christian and everything like that. I still remember the first Christian movie, it was a play. And then I actually went to the play itself in person with my youth group, and it was called Heaven's Gates, Hell's Flames. If you've never seen it, and you're one of those on the border, on the fence of, do I want to be a Christian? Do I want to follow religion? Do I want to do all of that stuff? Seriously, watch that. It's iffy, but I mean, it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. If you're a teenager or a kid, it kind of pushes you, kind of nudges you in the right direction, I guess. But it's okay. It's pretty good. So anyway, is it good or is it okay? It's all right. So anyway, yeah. After watching that play in person, I was maybe 13, 14, and I said, I'll be a Christian. But I wasn't really a devoted Christian, you know. Yeah, I'm Christian. Great, wonderful, cool. Alright, see you guys later. And walked away, you know, just went out and did whatever. Literally. Whatever I wanted to, whoever I wanted to, just whatever. The world was, I'm Christian, I don't care. God's got my back. Who cares, you know? Oh, heck yeah. YOLO. You know, that was back before YOLO was cool, but I don't know. I was young and wild and crazy, you know, like everybody. And then I had a heart surgery when I was 18, July 20th, 2000. And it kind of, that, not everyone's going to have heart surgery, and not everyone's going to get that wake-up call, but, you know, I had the heart surgery, it slowed me down, but then bounced back and said, you know what, I survived heart surgery, forget skydiving, I can survive heart surgery, so I'm good to go. I'm good for another so many years, and went off and had more fun, and partied and drank, and I was able to drink, after a couple years after that surgery. So I went out and partied and had fun, and still claim myself a Christian. What religion are you? Christian, whatever, though, who cares, as the beers are flowing. Honestly, though, I mean, and like I said, there could be some of you who are out there who are like that, yeah, I'm Christian, but who cares? Keep the shots flowing. What do I need to listen to this guy for? He doesn't, and I'm the last person, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm the last person who should be talking religion, honestly. Because the stuff I've done, I'm still really, 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 really deep down inside, I'm really still ashamed of myself and the life I've led, even after I was baptized as a Christian. Right before my second heart surgery, back in 2012. Sat in front of a whole church, got in the baptismal bathtub, and was baptized with my wife at the time and my brother-in-law. We all did it in the same day in front of the whole church and everything, by the lead pastor, by the head pastor, and everything. And it was a monumentous, wonderful, awesome occasion. And still to this day, I still feel ashamed for everything I've done after that. Cheated on my wife, and I seriously fell apart. And there's nobody to blame, honestly, except myself. And I completely blame myself for everything. And it's funny, because if you're like me, and you're like, yeah, I have sinned like that. I've cheated on my wife. I still cheat on my wife. And not me, but me and my wife are actually, we separated and are in the process of finalizing a divorce. But do I regret it? Heck yeah, I regret it. I broke up my family. I lost a lot of trust. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of stuff. I lost a lot. I lost so much. But it's with all that I did to myself, that I lost, that caused me, honestly, to wake up and see what I was doing. It caused me, I hate to say it, it caused me to become a better Christian. It really did. And I was called a phony Christian. And I deserved it. Honestly, I deserved to be stoned. If it was back in the Bible days and I did this, I deserved every stone thrown at me. I swear to you guys, I put that on everything. I deserved everything. Every piece of hell that I caught, I deserved every bit of it. And honestly, it felt like it was just a little, not enough. It felt like it was not enough. I felt like I should have caught more. I'm serious. I shouldn't. There are times where even I, afterwards, after everything happened, was questioning, am I really a Christian? I got baptized as a Christian in front of my whole church. And some of these people knew, me and my wife and kids and everything, and I just broke everybody's trust. I just broke my wife's trust. I broke her family's trust. Jeez Louise, I was, whenever you think you've done your worst, your worst is probably still yet to come. That, honestly, to get any worse than that would have to be me actually murdering someone, and I really don't see myself getting to that. I'll go fishing and kill a fish, but taking a human life, I don't see that coming. But serious. If that's you, if you've questioned, am I really a Christian? Am I, I'm Christian, but who cares? Jesus died on the cross, and, as long as I say I'm Christian at the end, I'm going to the gold gates, the pearly gates, and everything's going to be peachy and fine, and we're all just going to be one big happy family. You better think about that again. I'm serious. You better think about it again. I mean, I honestly, I felt guilty after everything I did, after everything I've done. I felt horrible, miserable, and it took reading the Bible. It took looking into the Bible. It was, honestly, it felt like it was God calling me. Lyle, read this Bible. Read this book. It's the key to life. Just read it. Just read it. I left notes in there for you. That's going to help you through everything. Seriously. God, like, seriously. If you're a wife or you're a husband and your spouse is cheating on you, look through that book. That book's going to help you out. That book's going to help you save your marriage. It's the number one marriage saving book. It's the number one, I don't know, the number one suicide hotline is that book. Seriously, that book's going to save you through everything that you're ever going to put yourself through. That life's going to throw at you. God wrote that book so you can manage to make it through whatever the heck he throws at you. I mean, people sit here and they think to themselves, what are we going to do? We have no money. We have no food. We have nothing to make it through this month. God's giving you a manual, a free manual to life right there. All you gotta do is pick it up and read it. No, it's not going to tell you the lottery numbers for that week. No, it's not going to tell you where, whatever Blackbeard pirate buried his treasure to go dig it up and turn it into large sums of money. It's going to teach you how to pray to God. It's going to teach you how to ask God for help. And believe it or not, man, does he help. He really helps. I still remember when I started with that podcast, I threw that thing to iHeartRadio one time, and they sent it back and rejected it. And I thought, man, this is it. It's just going to, I can record more shows and then send it right back to them. And hopefully, if they could reject it again for whatever reason they wanted to. And I sent it to them, and I hadn't heard anything for like a month. And I thought, oh, man, this is it. It's, we've already looked at it. We've already rejected you. So quit calling. We'll call you if we like you. And I just remember going to church one Sunday and just praying to God, God, please, that's your podcast. You do with it what you want. You turn it into whatever you want to turn it into. That's your podcast. I'm just doing it because I felt a power. I felt a want to do it. The idea just hit me, just bam, straight out of the blue, just hit me. It wasn't like in kindergarten I was like, I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to record a podcast. Podcast didn't even exist when I was in kindergarten. Yeah, I'm that old. But I don't even think the internet existed when I was in kindergarten. But if it did, it wasn't this big thing like it is today, like available at the touch in your hand at the touch of a button. But that's whatever. So anyway, I told God, God, every other week I had prayed, look out for my family, look out for my ex-wife, look out for my daughters, look out for her boyfriend and his family, look out for her family, look out for my family, look out for my friends. Just whatever was going on that week that I had coming up, whatever friends of mine had coming up, whatever big things my friends had coming up, anything huge that, I really didn't really focus on myself. I focused on everybody around me because I knew at least if everybody around me was okay and happy and good and everything was good, we'd be cool. Everything would be fine. Everything else would work itself out. And I just remember just one time, I said to myself, you know what? I've never really prayed for myself. I've always prayed for everybody else. And so just before I closed up my prayer, I said, God, just take that podcast, Case in the Mondays, and just make it yours. Do whatever you want with it. That's your pod. I'm giving you full control. And I'd always heard different people, different pastors, different preachers say, tell God to just take your life and do with it what he wants to. You're just here to serve him. You're here to serve him, and you want him to do whatever you want, whatever he wants, and you're going to follow. You want him to lead, but you're going to follow whatever you want, whatever he wants you to do. You're going to be right there, and you're going to follow him. And, I mean, by God, next thing I know, maybe a couple weeks later, I got an email. My phone went off. It was an email, and it was from iHeartRadio saying, "Congratulations, we've chose your podcast to broadcast on iHeartRadio." And I mean, golly, that was, I mean, after putting myself through so much hurt, through so much, just through so much pain and agony mentally, to get that, I mean, it was awesome. It seriously was awesome. I kind of, if you've ever witnessed your child being born, it's kind of like that, because it's kind of, you started with something small, and it's birthed into something, it's blossomed into something great. And I mean, and now it's on iHeartRadio. God only knows how many people listen to it. But it's amazing. It's awesome. And sorry, I just completely got off subject there. But I mean, after everything with my wife and everything, just breaking up that trust and relationship, and sitting, in a new home by myself, nobody else around, just me. It's just me. Sitting in the house by yourself, quiet, no kids around, no dog running around. It's just you and your thoughts. You will drive yourself nuts, I promise you. So again, if you're being unfaithful to someone, I beg of you to stop. Seriously, stop. It's not worth it. It's not worth the pain you're going to be putting yourself through. If someone knows that you are being unfaithful to them, but they're still willing to stay with you to work through it, golly, you should consider yourself one of the luckiest people alive. Serious. I just remember, just finally, just one day, after all these thoughts are getting to me and just beating me up, I just finally picked up the Bible. I just finally picked up the book and just started reading and reading and reading. And the more I read, I started thinking to myself, oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, what the heck? I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm a terrible Christian. I'm horrible. I shouldn't even call myself a Christian after breaking such a huge, huge commandment. I'm a horrible man. I'm horrible. Still to this day, the only time I look at myself in the mirror is when I'm shaving my beard, when I'm trimming it up, not shaving it off, but just trimming it, or giving myself a haircut. I still cannot bring myself to look at myself in the mirror and just look at myself, just face to face in the mirror. I feel so ashamed. I really do. I feel so ashamed with myself and what I've done. And I've been forgiven by so many people. So many people have forgiven me. Lyle, I forgive you. I get it. I forgive you. You're forgiven. We're Christian. You're Christian. I forgive you. That's fine and dandy. Seriously. Honestly, the Bible says there was one man, and I'm serious to this. There's one part, and it gets me every time. I've even watched the Bible miniseries on the History Channel. This one part gets me every time. I'm serious. If you watch it with me and we get to that one part, I'm gonna have tears just pouring out of my eyes, and I could feel them welling up right now just thinking about it. When he gets crucified, and there's the two thieves next to him who are being crucified, and the one's badgering him, where's your God? Why aren't you being saved now? And just throwing just words at them, just jabbing them with words. And then there's the other guy on the other side. And I've heard someone mention, that is us. The one on the other side. The one throwing all the jabs and everything. Those are the non-believers. Those are the ones who don't believe. Those are the ones who throw words at you whenever you're broke. Whenever all your lights are getting shut off, whenever all your whenever all your water's getting shut off, your car's getting repoed. Where's your God now? Where's your God you pray to now? Why isn't he saving you now? He's letting all your stuff be taken away. Where is he now? The other guy, the other guy on the other side. That's us. That's us. He was a thief. He never followed Jesus. He didn't travel with Jesus' group from town to village to village to preach the gospel, to help spread the word about how awesome he was and how wonderful he was. And he said to him, I'm sorry, I should have followed you. I should have listened. I wish I would have. And that's pretty much in a nutshell what he says. And what does God say? What does Jesus say to him? He says, today you are with me in paradise. You will walk with me in paradise. That is, seriously, and I'm starting to well up right now. I'm starting to get a lump in my throat. That is awesome, though. To think that. And when you do the things like I've done, and you see yourself as not, as a phony Christian, you see yourself as a phony Christian, and you're like, I've done some terrible, terrible stuff. I'm horrible. I'm a horrible person. Who would want to be with me after doing the stuff I've done? After everything I've done, Who wants to be with someone like that? Who wants to still talk to someone like that? Who wants to trust someone like that? Serious, Who? Nobody, right? And so, and you're thinking to yourself, man, I just did so many bad things, so much bad stuff. God's not going to want me. God's not going to want to help me, talk to me. You brought this on yourself, bro. Psh, I'm out. Deuces. God, no, God's not going to want that. The Bible says, God says it's okay. He doesn't hold grudges. I get it. I understand. You're sorry for what you've done. You feel bad for what you've done. You're sorry. That's what my son went on the cross and died for. That's what my son perished for, was for you to make those mistakes. So then we could all three of us, fix them and patch them up and make things better. And you can once again walk on the right path, walk on the right side of the road, and walk with me and let's talk. That's what we're here for. That's what God says to you. He says that's what we're here for. We're here to talk, bro. Let's go talk. Let's go mull this over a cup of coffee or something. Let's go talk, man. Tell me, I already know what you did, but I want to hear it from you. I want to hear what, God already knows what you've done. He sees it. Obviously, he's everywhere. He knows. And if you're one of those who are, God, we came from monkeys. Here's something to think about. If we came from monkeys, how come monkeys aren't still evolving? Why are we trying to teach monkeys how to solve puzzles? Or if that's the case, what monkeys did we evolve from? Did they die off? How come our children don't come out all hairy and then evolve into a human? Right? Serious. Think about it. And yeah, you're probably thinking to yourself, he's right. He's got a point. And don't get me wrong, Bill Nye is an awesome science guy. Cool show. I loved it as a kid, but serious. Where does science come into the whole, religion thing? I'm serious. Where does that all come into effect there? It's a little iffy jiffy, if you ask. If you ask me, it's serious. The one question, if you ever have an atheist ask you, if you ever have an atheist come up to you, and start questioning the whole belief on Christianity and everything, how come monkeys don't still evolve? Where's the proof? What Why'd they change their mind? Why they? You know what? We see where humans are going. We're gonna stop evolving. We enjoy throwing feces everywhere, and it's pretty cool to us, and we love it. We don't want to get jobs and stress, and we just want to eat bananas and pick ticks off each other. So there you go. But yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much it's pretty much my story, and that explains, the whole, why I wear the I am second bracelet, and the other one, he's come, he's sacrificed, he was resurrected, he left, he's coming back. I wear that bracelet too. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if, like I said, if you're one of those who just, you're on the fence, you want to believe but you don't want to believe, you don't know, if what religion you should go to. I'm not here to tell you go to a religion, go to a certain religion, follow your family's beliefs, whatever you feel comfortable with, honestly, is what it all comes down to. I know I felt more comfortable with the Christian side as opposed to the Catholic side. I'm not saying Catholics are terrible and Christians are better. I'm not saying any of that jubla jabla. All I'm saying is I felt more comfortable with the Christian side. I felt more comfortable. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's whatever feels more comfortable to you guys, to anybody. And if you want to talk, I mean, again, like I said, there could be those of you who are like, who is this guy to tell me about Christianity? You've sinned horribly. You've sinned. Excuse me. You haven't even read the whole Bible. Who are you to tell me about religion? Who are you to tell me what I'm doing is wrong? Shut up. Get out of here. Get out of my head. Why am I even listening to this still after 30 minutes? Get out of here, bro. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. I was one of you. I was you. Who knows? I was you before. I've been there. I've been there with the questions and everything. The questions about who am I and why do I do the things I do and all that stuff. I've been there, man. It sucks. It really does. And I'm just here to tell you, there's answers in the book. You just gotta read. You just gotta, whatever the topic comes to mind, look it up. Look up the topic. It'll come to you, and it's pretty crazy. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's crazy, but it's awesome. It's cool. It's a good feeling to know too, once you start reading it all and seeing that somebody actually cared enough for you to actually sacrifice their life for you, so you don't have to, your soul doesn't have to spend eternity in a hot place with pitchforks, and from what I hear, it's a pretty terrible place. So, well, I won't go to hell if I don't believe in hell, and I won't go to heaven, though, if you don't believe in heaven either. So, well, if I don't believe in it, then I got nothing to worry about, and I can just sin all I want. Well, that's fine and dandy with me. Just don't come shooting up the bank that I'm sitting at in line, please, because I don't want to go to heaven just yet. I got 2 daughters I want to see. So anyway, I mean, like I said, this is just a small side project that I was working on. The feeling to record it was the same feeling I got whenever I started recording. I hate the Case on Mondays. It's just one of those that just hit me, and I just said, you know what? The first one I felt like it was God saying, I want you to do this, and I want to be there with you, and I want to help you, and we're going to do this, we're going to make it cool, and I want you to just venture out and step into it and just get your feet wet. Just get your feet just a little wet with the whole recording and get comfortable and everything like that. Just feel good about it. And then we'll see what greatness I got in the store for you. And then, bam, I was just sitting down one day after researching stories for a Case on the Mondays episode, and bam, I was like sitting in the chair like, do I want to step in there and start just saying what's on my mind, just recording, just whatever's out there, just on my mind, just about religion and everything? And I said, yeah, I do. It felt right, and I wanted to do it, and that's what I did, and you're hearing it, the very first one. So we'll see if I feel more comfortable talking about more of this stuff. But it pretty much gives you an idea of where I stand, where I stand on the whole religion thing. And like I said, like I said, they're gonna be those people who, like I said, who are like, who are you? Who are you? And I question myself too. Who am I? Who am I to talk about religion? I haven't even read the whole Bible. So what am I doing? Why would I do that? Yeah, I've terribly sinned. So why would I want to go and record about it? Why would I want to go talk about it? Why would I want to go and do that stuff? No one's going to want to listen to that. I'm not standing on a street corner on top of a soapbox, sweating and, holding up a book of the good word and screaming at just random strangers walking by. I'm sitting here with a laptop, talking through my headphones and hoping someone listens to it and says, you know what? I hope he keeps going with this. I hope this continues on, because I want to hear more about this thing called religion and this awesome stuff and everything. So anyway, like I've said, hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully it opened up. Hopefully we became a little closer family. Okay. Again, you're probably not going to hear any of this on the iHeartRadio, the Case on the Mondays. Again, I try to keep religion, not really a lid on it. Just, I know there are those people who probably listen who aren't really religious freaks, aren't really Jesus freaks, aren't really just religion nuts. But, they're like, yeah, God's there. God's great, wonderful. Tell us some more about how to keep our home more energy efficient, please. I want to know. I was taking notes. Thank you. Who knows? So anyway, we'll see where this goes. Maybe this could get more popular than iHeartRadio. Who knows? Or not iHeartRadio. Excuse me. Case on the Mondays. Who knows? Maybe they'll be neck and neck and both tied for first place in two categories: religion and regular talk. So anyway, you guys take care, have fun, God bless you guys. Next time we'll close in a prayer, and everyone will be happy and great and satisfied, and we'll all be cheery-eyed and wonderful. Yeah, so hey, you know what, let's close it like we do the other one. How about that? For today only. Okay, for today only, alright? Like I said, and the Case on the Mondays, like I was saying, Case on the Mondays, just be grateful and joyous. We're going to mix it up here a little bit. Just be grateful and joyous and blessed and happy that just knowing that a bad day, any bad day, is better than no day, and that's, of course, just any day. This is a day God gave us. This is a day God woke us up. I mean, thank God, right? Thank God. Even if it is a bad day, at least He remembered to wake you up. I've seen that a couple times on Twitter. So anyway, you guys take care. God bless you guys. And we'll see where this goes, huh? Take care, guys.